So, Bevan here, how you going? Just going to share about a bit about life. At the moment, I broke my collarbone, or where the collarbone meets the AC joint of the shoulder, I broke it doing downhill mountain biking. I was at a Halloran Hill mountain bike track. I was riding with a mate John, and we made friends with another guy, and I followed him down a track. So I know my personal best. I can do about 35 Ks. I think this guy does more like 45, 50. I tried keeping up with him, and I know my personal best, how fast I can go safe, have fun, do jumps. But because I was trying to keep up with this other guy, I was out of control. And yeah, because my bike's a hardtail, so it's only got suspension on the front. So the front just goes like this, but the back was just going like that the whole time. So when I got around the corner on a track called Gromflow, it's a straight track, and then it does this really couple of quick berms. Back wheel must have hit a rock and flipped me over and hit my shoulder. I got two X-rays. This was on the 11th of September. And then then I got two X-rays and found out a week later that it wasn't a broken collarbone. It was the very tip where the collarbone meets the AC joint. So it's still sort of broken collarbone, but it's the collarbone AC joint connection spot. So I've been off work for 3 weeks, which 3 out of 6. It's not cool because I'd rather be working, but I've been spending a lot of time making videos and learning editing and spending more time with family members, which is excellent. All right, cool, other stuff. All right, so I'm going to tell you my timeline of sport. Okay, so when I was in primary school, I probably did more than this, but I did soccer for a term, football for a year, grass hockey for 2 years, and then year 8 I was doing social basketball for a couple of years, and then in year 10 I swapped to doing bodyboarding or boogie boarding at Southport in South Australia. Did that for a couple of years, might have been 5. I did my first trip to Hawaii when I think I was 19. Yeah, I think I was 19. But yeah, I started snowboarding when I turned 16. So on my 16th birthday, I went here in Adelaide at Mount Theberton, which is a suburb called Theberton. We had a place called the Ice Arena Mount Theberton. So I went snowboarding there for the first time on my 16th birthday, and I've been hooked ever since. So I got a job there around Christmas. So I did 2 weeks school, year 10 work experience, and then I got a job there the next day. And I think I snowboarded every day for about a year and a half. Like, yeah, it's on fake snow, but for a year and a half. Then when I was about 17 and a half, moved to Mount Hotham for 3 months, saved up $5,000. I moved there with some mates and just prepaid for my lift ticket, accommodation, bought my snowboard, jacket, pants, boots, boards, gloves, everything you need. And then literally was snowboarding 7 days a week, probably 6 to 8 hours a day, so it's close to 50 hours snowboarding a week. So I started getting good doing flips and lots of spins. Did another season at Mount Hotham, probably half a season that time. Came back, and then I got into breakdancing. So I did breakdancing it's not a sport, it's a dance, but it's sort of a sport when you compete. So I did breakdancing for about 5 years, and then I realized doing head spins and a lot of the power moves are very high impact on your body. So I eventually decided I better stop doing that because the power moves are fairly dangerous on your body. I used to practice doing for head spins. Used to practice standing on my head, leaning against the wall, reading a book. So chiropractor's best friend is the person who does that. So I stopped doing breakdancing and started surfing. About a month in, I had a friend told me I think you should become an instructor. So I learned to become a surf instructor, even though I'd only been surfing for 6 months to a year. So I was probably still a beginner at that point. I've been now teaching surfing 18 years, only to beginners, never advanced or intermediates, just straight out first timers. And eventually got back into breakdancing, but more sort of just jumping around on church camps, teaching a bit of breakdancing or a bit of soul capoeira, which is like a Brazilian martial art fight dance, which I really like the methodology or the. Uh, I like capoeira because it's more like sharing and caring and learning and I don't know. It's more like a fight dance. So I really enjoy it. It's not about I'm just going to kick your butt, you're going to kick mine. It's more like let's learn to do this together and flow well. And yeah, I get a lot out of capoeira. But yeah, it's in the city where I was training. So I live south, so it's a bit of a hike to get there. Other sports I've done. I did kite surfing for 2 summers. I did kite surfing, but mainly not out at North Haven, where you probably should learn. I was mainly doing it at Seacliff. So Seacliff Yacht Club out the front or between there and Brighton Jetty in South Australia, or down at Moana on the beach. I was sort of a beginner, and I bought beginner equipment. If you ever kite surf, I highly recommend buy more intermediate or just buy brand new stuff. Don't buy 10-year-old stuff. So kiteboards and kite surfers have a depowering thing where you can depower it when you're using it. If the winds pick up, you can take the power out of it and keep it safe. Mine didn't have the depowering thing, so when the winds pick up, I just get dragged out to sea, have to let it go. I got dragged up a cliff once, had to let it go, got my kite stuck over power lines very dangerously. I tried untangling them when it should have been a services SA out to fix it, but I was silly enough to do that, so never do that. Uh, yeah, I got into kite surfing for a couple of summers with a mate. Where he had a boat, I bought a board, and yeah, just practicing a lot of my snowboard tricks and flips and spins. Did that for a couple of summers, but as you get better, you go from 22 knots of speed up to about 33 knots to do bigger jumps, bigger airs. Yeah, I was trying a lot of not advanced tricks, but for me they were advanced. Yeah, so I started hurting myself, so I realized I gave up kite surfing because of injuries. Well, I never spent the whole 3 grand to buy good equipment, and then kite surfing gave that away. Surfing now, I mainly just do longboarding, and I'm in a club called Classic Line. Some really good, more seasonal surfers that have got some really good skills, but they've been doing it 20, 30, 40 years. So these guys are really good. I look up to them all. I always come dead last in every competition, but I'm having fun. So that's the main thing. Oh, sorry. By the way, sorry I've got bad lighting. But yeah, it is what it is, and I'll eventually get better lighting once yeah. Anyway, down the track. What else? I jumped off a lot of cliffs, jetties, and bridges into water, practicing singles and double flips and spins. I once did a 5 rotation. I think it's a 1980 off a Glenelg jetty off of the highest platform Peary thing. Yeah, so I've been not supposed to do that, so I did a bit of platform diving, but they kept trying to get me into speedos, so I'm like, nah, this is a shorts activity for me. So I eventually quit, and I was getting cold doing that in winter, standing there in board shorts. Yeah, I did a little bit of motocross, but only when you could rent bikes out at Port Gawler off-road hire. That used to be $45 for an hour of renting like a 125 or a 185 KTM. The 250s were too much power for me because they were two-stroke, so it was, yeah, a bit too much. And in the last, probably, 2020, Good Friday, sort of around when COVID started, COVID-19, is my mate said I got him into stand-up paddleboarding about 5 years ago as like another part of work and fun for working for Surfing SA. Then yeah, he said, I got a sport for you. It's like a ski resort near your backyard. So he said in Halloran Hill, there's a mountain bike track, and it's set up like a ski resort. You've got the beginner, intermediate, green, blue, and black ski runs. Green is beginner, blue is intermediate, and then black is more advanced tracks. So I was out there riding with my mate John every Friday for probably about 10 weeks until I bought the bike off of him, which is awesome. Yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah, injured myself the second time. Did going down a run called Gromflow. Then I bought knee pads after that. And yeah, I think it was on the 11th of September. Yeah, it was when I followed that guy and injured myself. So yeah, it really hurt myself and got 6 weeks off of work, which is not fun. I love my job. I got a few jobs, but my primary industry I can't do. So yeah, now I'm learning to edit videos, make videos, do these types of vlogs, just to sort of just talk, get used to being in front of a camera, and getting more videos done, better lighting, editing. As I get better, I'll be cutting out stuff. But at the moment, this video is just yeah, just this is sort of more of a history video. But yeah, I hope get around it, and they're gonna get better as I make more of them. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.